That's the vibe. Had rap Sundays. You ain't know? What up? What up? What up? What up? There it is. That's all good. That's all good. Feel good. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I still didn't do that. Listen. What's up, everybody? It's Kiva, aka the Keyblade Assassin. I'm here with Miss T, the forensic biologist. She's already tired. It's gonna be a fun case.
Look, it's that time. I am a little tired. That's all.
So we are playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney's Trials and Tribulations this time. Last time we did our investigation and found out that we're dealing with the mob again.
But the mob might be cool with us this time if they choose to take up Viola's side and not, you know, your boys. What's his name? Don Tigre, yeah. Who hit old girl in an accident.
She hit
Well,
him.
I guess, yeah, she hit him, but
she suffered, you know,
the injuries. Because I guess she must have tried to get out of the way.
Yes,
he seems fine, and he's the one who got, like, her skull taken off.
Right.
Or the top of her skull taken off.
So, the Cadaverinis might be an issue, might not. We'll see. Gumshoe came to the rescue.
He did.
Even though Phoenix got blacked out again. Thankfully, someone was there to save him. You know, Maya also didn't take a fall again. But we gotta figure out how to get Don Tigre, formerly known as She and E-Hop, accused for this murder. We also learned about MC Bomber, the virus, and
which was a really cool place to work. And
Blue Screens Incorporated.
Learn about viruses.
Yeah. And what else? Something else. We had a lot of weenies.
Fuck ton of weenies.
Lots and lots of weenies. Fun times. That's what we do here.
And the jokes that come with weenies, because you know this guy over here is immature.
That's they wrote them. They literally wrote them in. Can't do anything about the writing, as you always say. Let's get into the game before you start claiming things that don't exist. Ugh. We had lamb today, y'all. Motherfucker. Good. Gotta log into Steam, and I forgot that I have to do that. Hope it doesn't try to do any updates or anything though. Hey. What the fuck? Can you still hear?
Yes, I can still hear.
Huh?
JoJo boy. I'm wearing a JoJo shirt today. Just remember that.
Is it a JoJo day? Is that what that is?
It must be a JoJo day.
Okay.
Just random thought, by the way. I don't know how to get the fat off the top of the soup. All the fat from the chicken has risen to the top of the. I don't know how to solve that problem. The soups in the online don't look like that.
Oh.
Maybe I have to look up how to... Because it's cooking. The chicken is cooking. It's going to be pretty good. But... yeah. So it literally just says, chill the broth first. God, I'd have to wait all day.
Mm-hmm. It basically said, wait till it chills and turns into fat and then scoop it off.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, we could do that, but we can't eat it tonight. So what are we gonna eat tonight? Because I don't really want to just eat spoonfuls of fat.
I mean, we can definitely not do that, but like you said, we need to figure something out.
Yeah. Especially because I'm gonna send it with you to work, or you could pack it tomorrow's lunch. So what I'm saying is it'll probably be eaten in like one day.
I mean, I figured. Considering Tuesday is Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, continue. We'll figure this out later. Why do you keep leaning my...
This is the price of scooting up. Break the chair.
Oh, not. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
I meant this chair.
It's alright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well. It ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
Ready to walk in and bullshit. I saw that. That little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you? You don't get to believe in shit. You thought that last guy was me.
Boy.
It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. For real this time. Oh.
Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
That's right. He probably got like a shiner or something.
Quit stressing Maggey out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed?
I mean, she looked stressed.
I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost your case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help.
Is that nail polish? Oh.
Yeah.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing.
I do not.
Shameful. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of the aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up in Tribulations' kitchen a couple days ago. You know what it is?
No.
Take a guess.
Oh, is it his ear medication?
Got it. Bingo.
Okay.
Totally forgot about it.
I did, because it's not shaped.
It up.
It's not shaped like I would assume something like that would be shaped.
Right.
Like I kind of figured it'd be like a squeeze bottle.
I mean, it's probably
but
still
maybe
a
it
squeeze
is.
bottle.
Yeah. That's just a funny way to shape. I guess they did that on purpose so that we wouldn't be able to guess what it was. Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
No. I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah. It's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. Perfect time. What was Glenn Elg's ear medication doing in the kitchen? Probably flavoring the food.
Ew. That's nasty.
The victim's ear medicine. Found covered in unidentified fingerprints in the kitchen. You say it's nasty, but it's not that serious.
It is that serious if medication's getting put in the food.
What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle.
That doesn't make any sense. If anything, you would want to get the finger. Well, yeah, you get the fingerprints first in this case, just because they're gonna have to put on gloves and stuff and touch the bottles and get samples and stuff. So it will probably be better to get the fingerprints first.
Well, someone screwed up, I guess.
I mean, I don't know.
Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but
Stall is what you're saying. Okay.
that's going to weaken the impact of its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. But my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney.
Right, is it Phoenix Wright or is he Phoenix Wright? Dun, dun, dun.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, it's almost any weird.
Okay.
We're almost at the time of the case. Oh my god.
His little bands on his arm are just like, what are those for? Is it just to keep your shirts from being baggy? Like, what does that do?
I actually don't know. Excuse me. I don't know its functional purpose. I imagine it is just an aesthetic purpose. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggey Byrde.
What are those armbands?
What are those?
Men's fancy shirts.
It's not really meant. What is it?
Oh, they're sleeve garters.
What does that mean?
I guess that makes sense because I know what a garter is, so I don't know why.
Garter. Emphasis is very important. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Cup of coffee for Godot. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once.
So that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically make it where your sleeves are tighter, so like it's either for fashion or just to make sure, you know, the shirts don't bag. Sag. Puff up. Sorry, I just was curious.
Yesterday, we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kuda. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's accounts, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. Yeah, we've never seen that anymore.
And he's still holding the cup in his left hand in the picture. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Ha!
I forgot that this was his music.
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning. We must turn with it.
Shut up, Godot.
Or else we fall off the earth, I guess.
Because if the earth was round, how haven't we fallen off yet?
Lost me already, Mr. Godot.
Right?
Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. That's bad juju, man. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it.
You know, other than the, strange eyepiece he wears, he is quite well dressed. This is the best dressed man that we've seen in here. At least that's on the prosecution or the defense. What?
You said the same thing about Ezra.
No, I did not. I said, not with that cravat. No.
Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Yeah, you're stuck with me now.
Okay.
How does that feel? A good answer would have been like normal.
As per usual.
Yeah. And you are. Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am Jean Onshore, the owner and head chef of La Tribulations Restaurant et Charter. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? It's a fair question to ask. Oh la la, monsieur! As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, no? Even though you did call yourself a woman last episode, but okay! Fluidity. On the day of the incident, you were in the Tribulations kitchen. Isn't that right? With you... What?
With you, monsieur?
Like, with you?
Yes.
Okay. With you, monsieur? Monsieur? Everything feels right. 2 cups. Ha! Wow. He's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Why would he be intimidated?
Very well. Your testimony,
Especially,
please, witness.
he told him he was right, so...
Please tell the court what happened that day at Tribulations. Oui, volunteers? Volunteers? When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between like tables, for example. There was no mirror, but okay. Perhaps that is what la old man was looking at. No? La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses he would have seen everything in reverse, no? You didn't have glass there, but okay. That's a good like excuse. Mirror? Oui, un gran mirror. Las most enormes mirror. And suddenly the mystery disappears. It
But
was
the mirror...
all lights and mirrors.
But the mirror would have to be to his, like... right.
So, yeah. So, if we look at the restaurant and the way it's set up, if he's sitting in the bottom right,
Yeah.
and we assumed it was here, last trial, he would be looking at the mirror there, and it would reflect the opposite angle, supposedly.
But it's not like you take a picture. If I'm looking in the mirror and something is on my left, it's still going to be on my left in the mirror. It's not like it flips.
Correct.
So he would still...
Should be, anyways.
Alright. Yep, let it go. Let's continue.
Hey, that might come back to help us, poke a hole in it because it don't make sense. And also he
like it's not like it would
like,
flip.
where did you move the? Where did the glass go?
Glass go. Haha. Let me stop.
I didn't get that. But
It's the capital. I think. Now I gotta look that up too. I'm pretty sure.
like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup in the earpiece conundrum.
I'm an idiot. It's not. It's in Scotland. Damn.
The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
I quit. I'll never be intelligent. I am ashamed. What's the capital of...
I don't even know what you're talking about. What in the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I tried to make a world's capital joke, but I chose the wrong country. So I just sound stupid.
I mean, at least you know that, because I didn't.
Well...
Hold it! And who were the two customers exactly? May, of course, la young man who died. And la other, not so young man. Yeah.
That was nice of him, I guess.
You're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggey said she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his evidence.
What if there was a mirror, but it was in front of where he was sitting? So he was behind the mirror. It would explain why nobody saw. Okay, well, Armstrong probably did. But what if like there was a mirror to this side, so Kudo only saw the mirror and didn't see what was behind the mirror, which was dude. I don't know.
I see what you're saying, but the problem with that is, how does it still reflect Glenn Elk's image onto? Because I'm like,
I don't know.
That makes sense, but yeah, because he would still have to see him. Anyway, we should check that disc for prints.
It's too late.
Money.
We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we?
Guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Guess that means we'll come back to you. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today?
Deco? Like decoration?
Decor, I guess. You are not familiar with the language of interior design, Monsieur?
Yeah.
Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did just get here.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This decode you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of... what?
I don't know, decature?
Right, decature? Yeah, decature. Decature.
Shut up. Art Deco.
No. Could you look that up, please? Art Deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. Because I feel like he says something wild.
A concentrated liquor resulting from heating or boiling a substance, especially a medicinal preparation made from a plant. So, I mean, he's making aromatherapy from plants, so it's not like he's wrong,
right.
But no.
He's talking about interior designs, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more la effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of la decor. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Both Something about 4 meters wide and, width about 2 meters high. It's high. Let's
A meter,
see.
3 feet, so it was about a 6 foot.
Let's see if 1 meter is about a yard. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge.
First of all, they said that like Americans know.
Right? A yard is.
Like,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure a
football.
meter is. Well, if a yard is about 6. Damn, man. I was raised in meters. I don't know what the hell is a yard. 1 meter.
Distance.
I thought 10 yards was okay. So 1 meter is about 1.0944 yards. So that means that if I turn this into feet, it's 3.28 feet, and it was 2 meters, so it's about 6. So I really think he was using it to cover up the other guy, because it's a 6-foot ass mirror. Like, that's a big ass mirror.
It is. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. I know, but I decided not to go through with it. In the end, what should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not?
Yes. Why'd you click leave it?
Did I do that?
Yes.
He couldn't lie about such a huge object like that.
I'm so angry.
It must have been there in the restaurant somewhere. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in the mirror. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggey Byrde's testimonies. He's fair. It's totally fair. Nah, man.
Objection.
You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work.
How would I have asked for a mirror that I...
What?
That doesn't even make any sense.
Right. A mirror was delivered to Tribulations the day before the incident.
Did you know that?
Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. You only ordered 1 mirror, and as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end.
I mean, you could say, you know, I was trying to see if it would look good, and
Yeah,
then
I
I'll
guess.
send it back, rather than, you know, order a bunch of coat hangers, like, your boy.
If he didn't use it in the end, though, like, then how was it set up? Right. This just doesn't add up.
It doesn't.
Even if a mirror was delivered to Tribulations, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Ha! If you want to doubt someone, Trite, look in the mirror. The mirror doesn't exist here.
Bruh.
You never put it up.
I'm tired of
Good
it,
try.
though.
I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough.
Like, why do you dislike me? I don't even know who you are.
So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Perhaps that's... Normally, I expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Objection.
I didn't even get to finish. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite. Even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it?
No.
What is that? Oh, what does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there?
I know you not talking.
And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here. Well, Trite?
Fucking Cyclops looking ass.
Cyclops.
Bro, I'm annoyed. He's annoying, Brad. I was just complimenting your style. Screw you, sir. Screw you. I do not have a top knot. Yes, you do. God, yes, she does.
Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality
Normality.
is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien, logic as one logic. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse?
Just doesn't make any fucking sense. What?
He was trying to read the paper. Sports! To figure out who won. If Dude returned the title.
And...
I don't think he would have been able to read that in reverse.
True.
I don't know how we're gonna say that.
I mean, we could probably present it as evidence at that point. What I was thinking when it said reverse was also when you said he was trying to read the paper, I was like, how could he be reading it from reverse when the back of the paper would be reflected on the mirror? But then it's like, no, because I get it. I think I get it. Okay, yep. This has really been your case, huh? You enjoyed this one. You said there's IT rules involved. I get it. Virus, let me explain.
We.
Hey Nick, we should take a second and think about what old CD said in his testimony.
I already remember.
Old CD, bruh.
How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens of his specs.
There's also that.
But that doesn't matter with the mirror. No question. You can knock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up his cup. His left hand. I guess
That means it would have all been on the right. If he saw it in reverse, supposedly.
The location of the mirrors was throwing me off. How would you see? The only way you would see it like this is if pull up the court record and pull up the map. The only way he would have been able to say, it's in reverse would be as if everything, for example, had been in his right hand, right? If he was sitting here, if anything had been in his right hand, the mirror would have to be here in order for him to think, oh, I'm seeing it from that angle, it must be like that. If it's anywhere else, it does not make, sense to me that it would be in reverse or something like that. It would be nice to know where this mirror was.
I mean, like you said, it could have been blocking Don Tigre. So it could have been here.
But then how would it have... Okay.
But anyway, like he's saying right here, if the mirror was there and everything was reversed, and he's saying everything was in the left ear, left hand,
then it would all been on the right.
It would have all been on the right.
Yeah.
Which makes us correct still, because we said he picked it up with his right and the earpiece was in his right because his left ear was damaged.
So long as the mirror is in the right place to reflect that. Literally.
Well, we don't have the mirror to say it.
But that's what I'm saying. How are we supposed to prove this when we don't know where the mirror
We're
was?
trying to prove that the mirror was not up.
That the mirror didn't... That
Yes.
essentially it doesn't matter.
Basically.
Because it wasn't... Okay. Alright. If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Ha! It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
Which is, again, possible. The other thing I was imagining, though, was the fact that the mirror would be here.
Mm-hmm. I thought about that too.
But yeah.
But then you'd be able to see the other person in the seat.
That, and you'd be able to. It still wouldn't. It wouldn't
reverse.
Yeah. If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
That just makes the situation worse for Maggey. And not only that, but if the mirror had been there, wouldn't he have been able to see the front of Maggie's uniform to see all the shit
Maybe.
that was on it?
Like you said,
why? How would you? Let's see. There's got to be something in that old man's testimony. We've just got to dig deeper.
The boss?
Alright. We pressed everything.
This is his testimony, yep.
I don't know how that's it's important.
Yeah, it is though.
I have no
Just
idea.
don't know where.
Alright, continue.
When it happened, it was serious, and we don't have the information to say it was done.
Yeah, next.
I was experimenting with some magic code between the tables. So yeah, he said between the tables. So specifically,
he means in those places.
in those places. Yep.
Okay.
In my opinion, unless
he means like right here.
which I guess
Or here,
yeah,
but that would be
thinking
stupid.
there, but then he would just see his own reflection.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure about that one.
Hey, is it just us?
Oh yeah, I did a thing.
Ah, damn it! Why do you do this?
If I had that second monitor, it wouldn't have this
Oh
problem.
my gosh, you're supposed to check.
Mm-hmm. I told you.
You're not gonna keep blaming this on the second monitor.
Oh, I'm gonna blame it on the second monitor until the second monitor comes back. I told y'all it's gonna be a thing, Kiva. You're not showing the game. Wow. How long has that been? 30 minutes of that? Awesome. It's been great. It's been lovely.
I'm hateful to you.
I mean, we're playing the game. We're enjoying ourselves. Best stream ever. #1 streamer all time. Your streamer's favorite streamer. Anyway.
Go to the next one.
That what?
This one.
That what? Do what?
Present something with it.
What?
Let's go to the evidence.
Like you just do that. What?
Well, we already pressed it, so we know now this is the present section.
Yes, but like that doesn't mean that this specific whatever.
Right, go to the left or the right. That one.
I just want to see.
You think he's a part of the Armstrong family?
Oh,
Like from
yeah, Full Metal.
Full Metal, most definitely. Look at them arms.
100%. Not glasses. Glasses. Oh, his HMD. So the cup, the earpiece would have been seen in reverse, but we don't. Could we reference his like? Could we pull up his testimony, even though it doesn't say all the information? Like it doesn't say the right hand shit.
I don't think it would work.
I'm thinking either this or
90% of these names are puns here.
yeah, big facts. I'm thinking a sports paper.
Yes.
Or this.
I think the sports paper. Because that would show that he was looking over and would have seen. He wouldn't have been able to read it if he was reading it in reverse.
I would hope.
Versus the vase, I don't know how that would connect.
Well, I was thinking like perhaps this showing this will talk about the rest of the testimony, but yeah, we know it's not usually that. Yeah, I figured.
God, nothing? Ah.
What I will do is roll back around to the first question because I want to see if asking the question will. Yep. Which again, even in his profile, he's wearing it on his left. So like, and even at the company, she's wearing it on her left.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's not that serious, but okay. You gotta try out the popcorns, man. What about this? It says that he wore it over his left eye.
Okay.
Also, we have this. Oh, dang. I was hoping we could see his face. Which way is his head turned?
I was just thinking that. I was
think
like,
his head is turned to the left. Or to
I was
the
like,
right.
because I was like, why is his ear? I think so. I think it's facing that way.
Also, there's no mirror. Again. So, you know.
So there's not something here. But maybe it got moved out of the way, you know, that's an investigation photo. And Armstrong is helping
Can
cover
you
stuff
move it,
up.
though?
I mean, with arms like that, he sure can.
No, I meant, like, if you're doing a crime scene, you're not supposed to move.
You're not supposed to, but Armstrong could have been cleaning up the scene while Kudo left.
So what you think? Because, like, I could see using this and saying there was no mirror.
No, they'll probably. I mean, we could try it, but.
And then,
But
our other option was his face, I guess, saying that he wore it on his left. Alright. I mean, it's up first, so I'm about to try it. Damn it! If you could let me point it out to you, officer. Said officer. Judgy. I'd show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I was right.
Good job.
Well, either way, I'd be right. Because I brought up both of them. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? Nah.
I don't have to redo this. We said it already.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all of that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactement.
Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no?
Yeah, because it's still in his left. Dummy.
Unfortunately, that's where you run into a monumental contradiction with the facts.
He said, ain't no we. You the only one who speak French in this room.
That's a good one. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in the mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Oh my god, holy shit. Order. Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection.
Third cup. Oh, bitter.
Did you get it from old girl?
Try it. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Right? His objection. The only person whose objection is more powerful was Von Karma's. That shit was demonic. I was upset hearing his objections.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? What? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume?
Why are you mixing?
The I broke the vase. Sorry apology. I mean, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony?
Useless ass.
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. L? Clearly, it's the victim's earpiece. Eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. 4. Don't know why you took that one. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles, and he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
He really just be mocking the hell out of people in this courtroom.
It's hard to like try to do a voice on top of a voice. Yeah. Ha! Well tracked. Yeah. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Kudo's good. No need, he is a perfect mimic.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
You ain't never gave this much of a shit before, ever, Judge. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. I mean, it's a funhouse mirror, it can.
He annoys me.
So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court where all he is. I can explain. Please, if you will look at the lot plans of a lot restaurant. Hello? Is everyone sitting comfortably?
Sure.
La Miro? Like we said.
Oh, it's like I just fucking said. God, then yeah, he wouldn't be able to see
Don Quixote.
I told everybody,
Right.
bruh.
That's why they couldn't see Don Triste. I'm gonna just start calling him everything, but but like again,
so
how would
angry.
he see anything from that mirror other than looking directly to his right? He wouldn't be looking in the mirror.
But then the mirror thing is it was just put there to throw us off, because it's like, oh, well, he see everything in reverse. Nah, the man just got overwhelmed. Okay, well, then we can discount the mirror altogether, because
No, we can't. We needed to say that.
I mean, with Victor Kudo, we can. Other than, yeah, you're right. I guess to say that he
couldn't
can't see
the second
the guy.
And technically, you wouldn't be able. Well, you could be able. No, could you from the kitchen? Could you really see that? I don't think.
Yeah, you could if you. Well,
See?
no, actually,
Yeah.
no.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like you might be able.
Well,
to
you
get
might be
the right
if you look in the mirror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you had to get the right angle, though. You had
Yeah.
to bounce that. It literally had to bounce off.
My thing is, I don't trust Armstrong's testimony at all.
Oh,
mainly
no, we
because
don't.
if he's working with the dude, he's not gonna bring him up no way. So we
It's
gotta
in
take
general to try to.
everything he says with a grain of salt, or not, because he don't put salt in his food. Shit, nasty. Go ahead.
It's because he tries to put it on the therapy, not because
Ugh.
it's salt. La Miro was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves, like so. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of La Victor.
That's not really how mirrors work, but all right.
Yeah, no, not really.
Because you
Unless the
could
type
have
of
definitely
mirror.
went. No, yeah, you would have been able to see.
But my thing is, that means that he was sitting there and not in the bottom right.
What do you mean? No, she's not saying that's where Victor Kudos. He's not saying that. He's saying that's
Are
the
you
only
sure?
place you could see. He says there's only one seat from which you could have seen the image of a victim.
So if you were the witness and you saw him collapse, in his testimony, you'd have to be sitting there.
You could see him collapse if you were there too, though, Darian.
You
He's
could.
right across.
I'm not saying you're wrong. That's why I said in his testimony, that would be he's
Alright.
he's technically putting Kudo there.
I disagree, but okay. Continue.
I mean, I hear what. Okay. That was
Okay.
okay. That was last. See, that's what he was saying.
But
I didn't.
That
That's
doesn't
why
make any
I wasn't saying you were wrong. I'm saying this is what he is saying.
But he's bullshitting.
Yes, like you
Because
said,
he was
they grain
reading
of
the
salt.
paper. I hate this
I mean, he could have
man.
been reading the paper backwards. I guess.
How? Like this? Like he would have had to be. It would have. Never mind. Nope. Grain of salt.
That was last week
right.
at the table. At the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way.
And it was still not being reversed because he
Yes,
was.
it would not be.
This is so dumb. Kick this man off the stand. No, it wouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
Because once again, it's not a
If
mirror.
he's
It would
looking
still,
there,
if he was looking from that
Maybe
direction,
this looks-
it would just still look like from the left.
Yep.
Or I guess you could say like, oh, well, you know, he's, you know, flipped, so therefore it must be. But that would just like require a lack of understanding of left and right at that point. Like,
But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Liar.
a whole liar.
Oh. We might have to use the eardrops here, but it doesn't have his fingerprints, so that's what they're going to counter with. Because he said he didn't touch anything else, but why was his eardrops in your kitchen? That's my idea. We'll see if we get there. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. And what a naughty little coquette I am. Confusing all the men like this.
They don't even look the same.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up. Except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror.
That's the judge.
I don't know why I said it like that, but you're right. My thing is, why would you bring that up? There was no reason to say that.
Not at all. Like, it's...
Are you quite sure about that? Because then it brings it into question, in my opinion. Volunteers? Of course.
I hate somebody French is watching this and absolutely hates us right now.
I mean, what are they watching?
Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. The mirror. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? We? Really? Because if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
It really would be in the way.
It really would.
But that's also subjective.
Yeah. Look who's talking, right? Huh? You're obstructing my view among other things. But, this is my seat in the courtroom. It's mine. Très bien's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer.
No, that's just because they be very small amounts of people.
Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way.
It's not a good argument, but okay.
Unlike you, Trent.
I'm tired of these people dogging Phoenix.
I'll tell you, Monsieur. La mirror was here in the middle of the restaurant. And where would that be? Ooh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger ones. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Leave me alone.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know. Answer. Shall I tease you too? Is that 4 or 5?
5.
I'm already seeing a very hot someone. So I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time.
Is it that cup of coffee?
You got it. Look at you.
Because he's aggravating. Every time I want to like Godot, he just says something and it's like, man, damn. I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume.
First of all, that
sounds
dope.
fire. Like, first of all, thank you for supporting the black women, Maya, but no, it is a cup of coffee. Which I know she knows.
Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen.
That literally doesn't make any sense. There's one right across from him. Right across the road.
Maybe I don't know if we can point that out. Because we could pull up the picture and be like, well, if you just look to your
I think we should. I really think that should be a point. Because, like, it's right there. I don't...
We'll see.
And I remember, didn't Victor Kudo say that's where he was sitting? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he mentioned that's where he was sitting.
I think it was... Yeah, I think it was something.
Alright. Maybe I'm imagining that.
Yeah, I can't remember if he actually said it or if we just like,
assume.
Not assume. I think there was a map and it kind of showed this point or whatever, but I don't know. So, why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Because now he might tell us something about the mirror that might... fucking know. Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. La victim would have been reflected in la mirror like so. If you were sitting at la table next to him, you would see everything, no?
So that's the old seat he was sitting in on that day. When the poisoning happened. I guess that would...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kinda odd? Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactamente. I carried it out of the restaurant.
Out of the restaurant?
You moved a huge mirror like that, all by yourself? Sure about that? What can I say? I know how to pick things up. Also, it's just like, so it took you 5 minutes, because it took me 5 minutes to call the police. It took you 5 minutes to move the mirror, plant that evidence, and then, okay, even if it took you that much time and you did it, sure, whatever. You tampered with the crime scene.
Yeah.
Once somebody is dead, you're not supposed to touch shit. Except maybe a door, and even then, you shouldn't. But I guess you gotta call the police, so...
And I mean, also, a lot of times, stuff will happen.
Oh,
not
yeah,
everybody
sure.
does stuff like that on purpose.
No, of course.
Like, if you thought you'd be helping by moving stuff, it's just,
Yeah.
we would prefer, not to do that.
But that means you could have did something else as well,
Yes.
is my point.
Yes.
Boom.
The doe actually laughed at something.
Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is
Right.
possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Holmes? I look like the obliging type, no? Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except la mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on
I
what
think you're
exactly.
right, yeah, about the medicine.
Yeah. Plus, we know it was Glen Elk's medicine, so.
Well, actually, we don't know if it's Glen Elk's, we just know that there's medicine. Because they could really technically argue there's no label on it.
But they tested the medicine and they said it's topical
It's
for
topical
your ear.
for your ear, yeah.
So it's like, who else would it be?
But without his
with
name
that?
on it, they could say that could very well be mine, or that
For
could very
what?
be.
Show us your doctor's note, because we got one for his. Boom. Like, you can,
It's just there's
he
no
can
label.
say it. Yeah, I know. He can say it.
Like, I understand
Plus,
what
we
you're
don't
saying.
have
It
the
makes sense.
fingerprints.
I just hate that,
Yeah, there's an argument to be made against it.
especially in this game. So.
But I'm like, again, show us your doctor's note. Where it at? Because that'll be my response. Suffering from a case of heartburn, Trent. Oh, I'm just so thankful that. and oil with golden myrrh.
Mer.
No, I'm just being funny.
Okay.
And
Frankenstein's, bro. I'm angry.
the same thing they gave Jesus, no?
Right. When Jesus had heartburn.
Add a few drops to your coffee and voila! Enjoy.
Why would you
Enjoy.
do that?
Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. I just need to ignore those two and just find some evidence.
Is this the right one? This isn't my cord.
No, it's not.
What happened to my cord?
It's right there.
Okay. So then why did we have to get that?
That would came. I've had this for a very long time. This isn't new.
Oh, that's what. Okay, all right. You ain't gotta talk to me like that, Neil.
I'm like, we've been doing it since the last pair of headphones. What do you mean? Like, yo, it's been the same
Next,
thing.
it's pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggey didn't, and neither did old Seedy.
That's the thing. Nobody mentioned it. Then the only then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tris beyond that day. Now I've just got to prove it somehow. So, which one you want to go with first? Because you bring up a good point with the mirror, but I'm not sure if
I don't know if we have anything
the
to
sample,
prove that.
right? And I'm not sure if like how far this will go, but I
think we
at least
should
know
try
to
that
take
first.
a step.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Objection! Yep,
Damn, it didn't hold.
I figured actually.
Damn. Too soon.
Alright, so it's not in the way.
I don't know. Continue going through the evidence.
Monday at 1:30.
How would he see the back of Mag? I'm still trying to confuse. How would he see the back of Maggey? Again, with the apron though. How would he not see the front? Because she would have. Maybe she walked behind the mirror?
It's possible, but he wouldn't have seen the back of her either as she walked behind the mirror.
He would. He would have seen her. Though, if she went to deliver food, he'd have seen the back of her.
Barely.
Yeah, he would have. Okay, so that's not it.
She would have, what I mean, like, she would have to walk around the mirror. Like, if we're saying she walked around the mirror, then
No, I'm not gonna toss that out.
maybe.
Maybe the magazine? Was that picked up at the crime scene? Or maybe that's, we said we wanted to try that, so that one, and then the map. Yeah. Or maybe that one. Yeah, try that. The map with this one.
There was a seat at the table where the old man was sitting. I almost feel like, wait. Nope. It's the picture, I think. Because he said, okay, so it's a combination. I think, at least. Victor broke the vase. If he broke the vase, he couldn't have been sitting there because the vase is standing perfectly fine, and this is the same day.
He said he didn't touch anything else, so he couldn't have replaced the vase. Okay.
Right.
Alright, do that one.
But I'm not sure, like, if it's the picture? I guess it would have to be, right? Yes. And then we could say, because he broke the vase. It's either this or his testimony, so. Boom! Smart boy! This piece of evidence contradicts the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
What if he went through all that? It was wrong. I would be so hurt.
Do like Jeronicus. Boy.
You gotta do all the shit they do in Naruto, where they do all the flips of hands.
The crime.
Oh shit, my bad, JoJo. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. Thank you. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr.
I'm
Wright?
not watching Naruto now. I just saw a video. Or two.
Yeah, she's not watching it.
I only saw one episode of Naruto, and that was the episode when Itachi pulled out
Sasuke's eyes?
Yeah. Because I will never forget that. I was quite shook. I was like, ooh, yikes. And that was it. That's all I remember of Naruto.
I mean, again, whenever you want to watch it without fillers.
God, can we take out, do we have to watch the fillers? No. We could totally cut those out.
Yes.
Then that might be on the list, because I don't want to watch a single episode of filler.
You probably will later.
God, why?
Because one of the fillers is about Itachi's backstory, and I think the other is about Kakashi's backstory. No plans, skip fillers? What? I don't know what you mean by that, but alright.
Continue.
Should not exist. You sound like you're describing yourself, Trey.
Throw something at this man.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify that statement. Smart boy. What is the something that should not exist in this photo? Right.
Yes.
Take that! There are some mixed canon episodes. Yeah, there are some. But, like, not too many of them. Like, half of the original Naruto is, like, not half, but the, like, after, like, 117, I think, it's, like, basically filler, which goes up to, like, 191 or something. But, like, some of that is canon. It's weird. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase? What possible connection could that have with the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I know you're slow. So I'm telling you that there should be no vase on his table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence.
I don't know why I thought you were about to slam your head into the... Like I was about to be so upset.
There's a site you can use so you don't miss any mixed canon ones either. Oh, send that to the Discord, because I have no idea what you're talking about. That's litty. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, this is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why?
Millie Rock. Why?
I got you, bro. Best site ever for long series. Liddy. I wonder if it cuts One Piece down to like 400. 400 episodes, even though it's all canon. Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot, try it. That's impossible.
Now you was just talking about impossibilities and possibilities and shit.
You're an idiot. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen from the victim's reflection from.
Did you call him or me an idiot?
He said idiot. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah, I know. One Piece is mostly canon. I don't even know what filler you're talking about. I probably already watched it. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was
calling Lady T an idiot. Okay, so clearly I wasn't the only person who heard that.
Godot said it. Get out of here with both of you.
Yeah.
We can pull it up. Run the clip. There was no mirror in Tres beyond that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Don't try to confuse the contract. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vis, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. No.
But why would he do that and get rid of the mirror and, like...
Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words.
I didn't touch anything.
I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
I hope that steam hurts your eyes.
He's very bad at proving his points.
Godot doesn't. Godot?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He literally will antagonize you from across the room and then throw. And he
his
throws.
2 cents and it's like.
And then says that shit hold. And it's like, you're not. I've faced better prosecutors than you. He's slick. That's all it is. He tries to get the people who are on the stand to say what he wants.
Basically. And I'm like, I feel like he in my opinion, he on the same level as Von Karma, but she was more active with her shit. Because even her, she had trouble proving her points. But like,
I would say Francisca's better lawyer than him.
She is. She's been training to do it. We're gonna run this clip.
When he's not driving.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
Like, everything he ever says is completely based off of, like, witness testimony. And it's like, but the testimony never holds.
I think he has some evidence, like last case or some shit. I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
Perjury! Arrest this man, bailiff.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem.
No, he's not. No, he's not, bruh. No, he ain't.
Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear? That's cute. You only get one shot in life. Okay, Eminem. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror was there, try it. Then this problem is all yours. Of course, you leave everything up to me.
Right. You don't ever solve nothing.
How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
For some reason, I just had a taste of carrots in my mouth.
Well, you did make the stew with carrots.
The soup, yeah.
So now my idea is that he wasn't sitting in the bottom right either. He was sitting in the bottom left. Because that's the way you could see Glen Elk, but you wouldn't see Don Tigre, Quixote.
Okay.
But I don't know. So,
are you gonna be okay? Can you actually solve this contradiction, Nick?
Can you really? Dang,
right.
You added more doubt into it than it was already there.
She said, "Can you really?" So, I mean, how else was that supposed to read?
You said actually, like, there's more than just this one contradiction.
She said, "Really?" It's not like it was that much different.
Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggey told us? There was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, this is a hint for us, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. Oh, that was perfect timing. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Because niggas don't know math.
People can't tell the truth.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple.
These aren't.
Nani the.
I was gonna say, well, these are not answers that I expected to have.
Huh? I want to know what all these are at this point.
Like, these are not what I thought was coming. I
know this one wrong, but I kind of just want to see.
I don't think that one. I want to know. I mean, we could say Mr. Kudo made a mistake, but like he always does. I kind of want to. The victim was a phony, but the victim is dead.
Let's do it. Let's see. This case is riddled with contradictions, and yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. Seems like that's the line we're going with.
That's beyond, you know?
Go ahead, explain it to me, because I'm a little lost right now. I could probably catch up, but I don't feel like it. Use your brain this time.
I mean, this case has mainly been yours. I have not been following really a
this
single
is your
thing.
time to help.
A single thing that has occurred this whole time as much as you.
So help your brother out. Help a brother out. Your man is asking for your assistance. The game saved y'all? I guess, I don't know. They tell us something that we weren't going to know. Oh, is it because we were thinking other things, but they gave us options that we didn't think of?
What if...
Okay.
Oh, no, because...
Nah, just say it.
Victor Kudo's...
Just say it.
I'm thinking.
You could just say it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking out loud, so I'm not ready to say it yet. Because he saw somebody put something in his cup, and then after Glenn drank from the cup, he keeled over. Because what I was thinking was that Glenn could have been faking all of that with the girl and with Viola and Don Tigre, so that it would be like, oh, Victor, leave the establishment so we can make this illicit trade and such and such. But then something bad actually happened. So what I'm thinking is maybe, because I know we had a case like that before where the guy was kind of a part of it, and then it was like it got shot to hell. So that's what I'm thinking is maybe Glenn was trying to get, old boy, or they were trying to get him out of the place, but then it turns out he actually did get double-crossed in the end of it. That's the only way I can see what he's talking about makes sense.
I see what you're saying. So, like...
Because I don't know how else...
So, like, they were... So, like, the collarbone. They were supposed to be working together.
Yeah.
That man still got...
I was like, did that happen in this game? And I'm like, no, wait, you're talking about the real thing. Okay. That's dark, but yes. That's exactly what I...
Got the drink in his cup. Facts. I don't know. That's interesting. But how would they see two different events?
Well... That's why I'm confused. It's like I don't.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Okay, so maybe, like you said, it was supposed to be. Yup. Okay, so it's supposed to be a stunt. They had their regular Victor Kudo there to be a witness to implicate somebody, so they could get away with it, obviously. But like the original plan was to do this, maybe get some money off of it. But then, when they sent Victor Kudo out for the 5 minutes, they did actually kill him with whatever poison.
Yeah.
So that's how they witnessed that's how the two different events happened.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only way I could make this answer.
Yeah, but I was so you were what I was giving
an example of how that could have happened.
Basically, okay. I was adding more. I was backing you up.
Yes, I appreciate the support. That's it. And that's also based on the guess that we just made.
Yeah.
With this. I did not see these answers being the choices that we were going to do.
Hey, we lucky. Look at that. But so yeah, because I was trying to give you more information or give more information for your case, but also figure out how they saw two different events. Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. And then this, I don't know where you're about to go
Where's
with
it going?
this.
Phoenix, where you going?
It was an imposter.
No, I don't get it. Or maybe Don Tigre dressed up as Glenn Elg? Maybe?
Doubtful, but something of the sorts.
How is this possible? Phoenix, explain yourself. Explain it now.
Because he's known for dressing up and being a phony.
Well, yeah, it'd be Saudi, but
I don't know. Maybe we're wrong still.
yeah.
We could still totally be wrong and it would be hilarious, but this is interesting. It was an imposter, a phony, a big fat phony pretending to be Mr. L.
True, there's nothing wrong with his eardrum, so of course he would be able to have all of that in. Wow.
And he would be left-handed.
Yeah.
But the cup that they drank from, he didn't drink from the cup until he actually used his right hand, maybe. And that,
this shit seems real.
Oh, okay. So
real dramatic.
yeah, like they poisoned the cup.
Yeah.
But he fake took a sip of it. But when Glenn or whoever was actually supposed to died, they actually took a sip of it, not knowing that it was poison. I don't know. It's crazy. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
But
I mean,
who
he's
is
making
this
some points.
person,
But
though?
we don't know. We don't know how to make that.
That's the only thing. You can't say stuff like this and you will have no basis for
Are
who
we
they
wrong
might
yet?
be.
Oh my
I
god,
guess
holy
not.
shit! Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say?
I'm back and dang, I missed part of the reveal.
I mean,
Theorizing.
Yeah, we were theorizing there for a bit.
Essentially, we figured out. I mean, he's seen the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, he's fine.
All right,
I don't know
never
about
mind.
that. This is my favorite case, though, kinda.
It
Low-key.
is not. I mean, it would be for you because again, you have all of the knowledge behind this.
This one in low-key, I did like I keep almost saying tuxedo mask. Star the mask.
I did enjoy that one. That one was interesting. It took a lot of turns, and I still owe Desiree some apologies.
Yes, but
you know which one I like? I like the one with my favorite ones in this game so far have been
and the series of this game.
the series.
Okay.
Have been
I guess
the one with Eeny Meeny.
Yeah, I like that one too. This sounds like a door eventually.
One with Eeny Meeny, the one with Mask Star the Mask, and the one with Matt on Guard. That shit was just like
that was fire too.
I didn't know where we were going. I mean, I knew where we were going with that one.
So yeah, that's top tier.
Yeah, those have been my favorite ones. So
With little shoe.
hey, shoot! He be killing me.
Right. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Maya kidnapping and Matt still my top 3. Oh yeah, top 3 definitely.
Top
Like
three,
that
top
one will not move.
Yes. Okay. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning.
I just don't understand.
All for the express purpose of creating a witness, which I said, out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
But how did he solve all that in 5 minutes?
Get real. I mean, they could all move.
But then how did they get the real Glenn Elg in there is my thing. How did the person who was fake Glenn Elg die, send Victor Kudo out, bring the real Glenn Elg in, and then kill him too? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like how
5
much
minutes
time
is
did
enough
you?
time to
I
be
don't-
honest,
I
but
don't-
Glenn Elg was probably in the back, in the kitchen, I imagine,
I guess
or outside
maybe.
in the park. I don't know. Who knows? Get real, Trites. Why would anyone do that?
Hello,
Once you do
Cherry
that,
Roble.
what up, Cherry Roble? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The serving girl brought him a Java Cheeto, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl, right there, the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
It's so hard to believe, but... There was one, and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggey Byrde in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? That we know for sure. It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
Man, he's compromised. Like, we gotta snitch. We gotta snitch on him.
Not yet. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la, this is most difficult for me.
Not the bullshit, Armstrong.
No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all.
That ain't never made nobody in this place.
Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
Now the thing about it is Armstrong could really just sit there and be like, nope.
He could.
He'd be lying, but nope.
He could. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. What?
Quit fucking lying. Why they always lying? Ooh, oh my god.
La victim, Monsieur L.E., came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after he. There was no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. He looked. He about to go Super
Saiyan.
Hat about to float off. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. None. There was no time for a phony to do la acting, like you're saying. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. Must have been the symbol. He unlocked his power. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. Yeah, no, you go to prison. Prison. I lied. He literally said, I lied because I wanted it to be done quickly. Get him out of here.
They be lying.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong.
They always be committing perjury, bro.
I will decide how to punish you later.
I love how by this game they figured out they couldn't just have people keep lying with no punishment whatsoever.
Please. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took that perjury charge a bit too well.
He said, take me to jail. I ain't gotta pay him back their money.
But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
Like old girl who killed Selena. She probably in jail, safe as hell. She get out of there, they go kill that lady.
Cholos might not have been happy.
Look, not the Cholos.
Selena's.
She can't be a gin pop, bro. She cannot be.
Was he alone at his table as well? Me? Oui. I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Byrde, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Ha! Unfortunately for you, Miss Right. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone.
I'm tired of this dependence upon eyewitness testimony. It is obvious that it's so inconsistent amongst everybody that we can't use it. But alright.
You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? One from Cadaverini.
Ugh. It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui. He comes often for my special coffee.
His nose just looks painful.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I just feel like I ought to say that to...
I said it was worth one sip, nothing more. So, old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Which one you want to go with?
How many minutes after?
So you're saying that not much time elapsed between the victim and Mr. Kudo when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived. Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves a possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say had elapsed? Let me see. Approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes? That's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time. Rats! I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. So let's take it back.
Actually, you know what? What time was it? Probably would have made sense because we know his time of death.
Estimated time.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no, I cannot remember, Monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime scene was reported at 2:25 by kind of a scary old man, sir. Holy shit, Taki mushrooms. I don't know why I took that direction.
Yeah.
Right, because it was right up against the time where... Yeah, this is all kinds of... Because he reported that he saw him listening to this show, which is a whole hour before this.
And then it was reported at...
Yeah, that's some bullshit going on right there. Right there.
I mean, he could have seen him alive at 1... Wait, no, he said he got there at 2:25 is what he just said when Victor Kudo showed up.
He said that's about when
the crime was reported.
Yeah.
At 2. Okay.
So he could have been there early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have still been. He could have been there at 1:30. This is not helpful.
But that means, because if he reported it at 2:25, that means he saw it at 2:20, because it took him 5 minutes to call the police looking for a payphone. So the death kind of occurred at about 2:20.
Okay.
Assuming that. Does that perhaps jog your memory with this? My incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived.
So he got there at 2:05.
So the victim must have arrived around between 2 and 2:10, no?
So
that's wrong.
Right. So then, who was it watching or listening to the radio show at 1:30? If it wasn't the victim.
Got him.
All right. Yep.
Just after 2, huh? I thank you for your help in jogging my memory, Monsieur. You are wonderful. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? You like to try.
Right?
The time of They will be added to the witness's testimony. Oui, Monsieur Judge, everything I do it for you. Merci, bien. That's French.
Oh, he responded in the right language.
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really odd, I am sure it was just after 2 weeks. It is la time I stopped serving la lunch menu. White's right. I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I try to. I've been known to wind up a case... I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch.
Good, have some weenies and rice, bruh.
Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. Witness, get on with your testimony, please. Might as well go through the rest. We can come back to that time. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim.
Objection.
How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Judge? You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. How
is that possible?
If you drink 17 coffees a case, you're gonna run out quickly.
Maybe he drinks the same blend every case, but not the same.
He said twice. So you.
Well, he's gotta finish the coffees. They're the thing of coffee.
I guess.
Not picture, whatever.
Yeah, no. You're trying to establish the presence of a funny victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift. There's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, we found
it's
it.
Did you see him? None. I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes! $500,000!
Like a dummy.
Right.
Single serving brews. He in there with the Keurig.
That's what I'm thinking. Presumably, the defendant heard that too, then, correct? Maggey? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseed. That got stuck in his throat. It seems now we have yet another incident.
Well, how did you see all that when you were in the kitchen? I'm tired of this man, bro. I'm tired of him.
Maybe he heard man choking or something.
Maybe, I guess you could say. But then how did he know she jumped like a frightened little duck? Like, I don't know.
And what were you doing at that point?
He's a criminal.
Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I'm a multi-talented woman, Mansour. Sorry? What do you mean? There is la renowned chef, John Armstrong, and la tragic poet, Clarice Armstrong.
So at the moment, she was Clarice, and when doing everything else, he's John. Okay, I get it.
Oui, I was writing the poem. An angry tale of a chef and $500,000 of debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on la lottery. Yeah, that sounds like
you plotting, bro.
That sound like motive. Why would you say that? You just put motive into the pot. It is called potpourri.
Pourquoi?
I don't know why I say it. Potpourri. Pourquoi? 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 It means why? Perhaps I could recite it for la court. Please don't. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked la old man to call from la payphone. By your own argument, right? The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed. Be it, it seems the shadow of doubt has been lifted.
N'est-ce pas?
N'est-ce pas?
I think. I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time, after all.
But if you're right, wouldn't Maggey have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
Oh, you mean that's when the phony staged his act?
We'll know for sure once I find a hole in this testimony. Alright, so we got all the information we needed. So let's get out. The old man arrived just after 2.
Nope. Yep. Why did
I did that? Objection! I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Queer?
What the hell was that noise that you just
What do you
made?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece.
Qua.
I know.
Then why did you say Quilly? That was
What? 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 Like when Michael does the...
I was just thinking that. Wow. I was just thinking that. Okay.
The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be la show Mon Elk was listening to.
Mon Elk.
Mon Elk? Mon Elk?
Sure, yes, wait. Alright.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
That's because you're ignorant.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time, and because I had just finished serving la lunch menu. Get to the point, Trat, if you have one. That show was broadcasted live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. Meaning we know how long it lasts. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won.
God, I mean, your whole life a failed betting, and the day you win, they kill your ass. Like, that must suck.
And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred at 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
20 minutes.
At least 20.
Yeah, that's fine. I see.
No! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over, there is only one conclusion we can draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder.
That makes sense, because we were thinking about it as in
close in time,
as in somebody was there and then the real victim was there. But if the victim had been there first, before and then this had happened,
and they did this as a cover up
to might be like, oh, it happened at this time. So they basically tried to restage the whole thing. I get it. Okay, that's why we were confused, because we had them in the wrong order.
That, and we were imagining a smaller time frame. At least I was.
I was too, but that makes sense. Okay. Look at this game. It's got me back now. I was a little annoyed.
I think that was the hint of the time span was why.
Mm-hmm.
to say, you know, it happened a whole hour. Oh my god, holy shit. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trixby on that day. The real Grenade. Grenell? The real granola. The real the real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. The real killer. And the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
And that would also explain why his stuff was all missing, because it's like they dragged his body and stuff back into the kitchen so they could put that on, and they just dragged him back out, but they didn't like replace anything that he'd been using. Okay. Alright, they came back around.
Quite a performance, Strut. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? I took that class already. Let's recap according to your imaginative theory. It's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. I almost feel like Godot is working with us to solve these cases at this point, because he don't even try. Like, he don't try so hard that it seems like he trying to help.
Yeah.
Unlike Edgeworth, who tries hard.
Because remember when I said that way back when?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he seems like he's trying to help us, but then he starts insulting us and shit, and it's like, alright, so maybe you're not. Like, because Edgeworth will do a hard defense or a hard prosecution, but he does it in a way that we can knock out everything with, you know, any doubt that, you know, this is a logical argument, whereas he just kind of is like, alright, so prove it then. Otherwise it didn't happen. It's like, sir, that's not how you prosecute.
No, but that's how you grow your defense attorney.
These games are perfect all the time. No, there were some ones where I was a little bit like,
The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is? The kitchen, where anybody but, you know, not everybody.
But a strong ass man, you know, Armstrong could lift him
and Don Tigre.
Right.
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court.
Yes, you do.
However,
spell out everything in this.
At the time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
But where was he? Is what he's asking.
Thank you, Chat. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse?
In Japan, that's how you prosecute.
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
In the kitchen. No, this is not hard. Phoenix, you don't have to struggle with this.
But it's like, if I can see, because if the dead body's in the kitchen and Maggey somehow goes into the kitchen,
why didn't she see it?
You're right. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to the examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor.
The kitchen.
No conjecture, right? Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
The eardrums.
Now I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? And we haven't needed Mia's help once, other than to get the old slimy man to look at her.
I thought I had him with that contradiction, but he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
No, you're not. You're not in a corner.
Well, Mr. Wright, I mean, he kind of is. If he can't prove this, then all his theory goes out the window. What evidence do we have that the body was in there other than that?
The eardrops is all you need.
Clearly. But anyway.
Why else would they be in there? Unless Glenn Elk had gone back to the kitchen at some point.
There's some doubt there. The courts will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
Inside.
Ooh.
You think he was outside?
In the park? Because it could have been hidden in like the orange or the apple or something.
That's a whole lot to run out.
In the sandbox.
That's really dark. I don't know about that. Because they would have also recovered sand on his body when they came to investigate it.
What you want to say?
The kitchen, which is the easiest place to put him.
Alright, inside it is.
I mean, I just felt like that would be a lot to take him outside, put him in the park,
got two
come
strong
back.
men to do it, but let's go.
Circumstantial. Alright. That too, like they would have seen.
It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trespia. Interesting. But where could a body been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Trespion is...
Or shit under the table?
I mean, that's possible, but I was thinking like here, because nobody really goes here.
I still think it's the kitchen.
In the kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see. Nice supposition.
Supposition.
But the real question is, can you back it up? Well, we actually have evidence for the kitchen, like you say. Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
It sucks toes with mayo, boy! I'm leaving. I don't want to be here anymore.
With mayo?
I hate
At least I got
this
something that was like tasty to go with toes. Why are you just choosing mayo? I just feel like that's the wrong choice. Do you like chocolate syrup? Like, or like even
press the fucking ear medication, Darian.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Where was this body found? Bottle found, Mr.
Damn.
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trespion. Eh? Four?
I hate you. You know you're saying it wrong this time.
But I have only ever used these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited the otolaryngological Yeah.
Otolaryngological. That's a hard ass word.
Otolaryngological clinic. And was given medication that day. You can't be serious.
Dead ass.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Glenn Elk's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
With the body.
Mon Dieu? Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggey Byrde. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No! Oh, shit. Order, order. This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenelg?
That's not what he suggested.
Never. I could never do such an horrible thing.
We said he hit a body.
No!
That's good though.
No!
How you not drowning as you drink the coffee?
Yeah, I know how to swallow.
But you can't do both at the same time.
Oh, breathe and drink?
Yes.
Says you.
The fuck are you, a dolphin? Like...
Mr. Godot.
No!
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. You must drink a lot of coffee. That's one of my rules. Why is that your rule? Why do you do that to yourself?
Because he deals with things in... That's how he deals with stuff.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Oh, look at the little JoJo's.
Mm-hmm. Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, Chef. How about love the reference.
I don't get it.
Here comes a brand new flavor in yeah. Time for new flavor in yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
It's a song.
By who?
I actually don't know. Because it's that time period of which I don't know the artist, but I know the song. Pretty sure it's like it's an old song. One of the old like 90s, 80s rappers.
Guess I'll look it up.
Maybe Chuck D. I don't know. DMC.
Flavor in your Craig Mack. Flavor in your year.
Don't play it.
I'm not gonna.
I had to make sure.
1994.
Thought it. How about the brand new flavor in your ear? My H deficient friend.
I don't get what the H is. How about honesty?
He doesn't say his H's.
Well, that's rude. But right. No, I don't know.
No,
that
she
song.
doesn't know
I'm
the
sorry.
song. It's not surprising.
Shut
It's just her.
Alright.
Every time. Je vous demande pardon? Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
I thought that was Spanish.
Maybe
that's in it's French too.
Maybe. Por favor. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong. And por favor is español.
The judge.
So he knows Spanish, but nothing else? Not even this law?
I mean, he knows French too, according to...
I'm only going to ask you this once. Did you do it? Don't look at that. It's what? None. None. Absolutely none. Let's hit it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps.
He's had multiple shots, but...
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. Damn, we just gonna let this happen?
Right?
He just said, that's your punishment. Hot coffee, hot bean to the face. As does my gavel. And I'm gonna follow it up with a hammer. It is clear. What do they always say in the movies? Got a bad feeling about this. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Time for new flavor in yeah. They about to mute my video for that.
Right? Like, stop saying it.
I mean, it's not... It is true. I hid la body in la kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him. Because there was a reason I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. You were forced. By who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question. When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table? There was another man.
Waste everybody's time at the court.
I said, move. She said, no. I said, she moved. The fact that was a thing. Where is? I know that hair.
I can show you his little defense badge too, if you know.
Where is Fancy? Because Fancy would be right on that. Knew it.
Maggey was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I've got to break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real kid. She moved. Did you carry the body yourself? Oui, I carried him. I carried Maggey too. Maggey too? When she saw la victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there. But why did you hide the bodies? He has a restaurant to run. Like, what do you mean?
He has a debt to pay.
I know, I was saying, like, if somebody came in. What man? Who was he? No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. And my goatee. He's really scared.
Boom, boom, boom. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick.
I'm sure he'd like that. Maya. Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go along with this man? And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, Monsieur. Yes. Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. Like a hag.
And a bit too male.
I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. So, you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct? Oui, that's right. If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue.
Dancing. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is.
Let's sock it to him, Nick.
Sure, he'd love that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Even flirt with us, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what the problem is. But in the kitchen. The man forced me to do it. I don't think we can say that just yet. There was a reason I could not refuse. It's not really a contradiction, but it'll at least give more evidence, right? Right? Oh, right. Definitely the defense attorney. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is that true, Mr. Armstrong?
I'm pretty sure we've brought this up before.
No, we didn't. Not in court.
Okay.
Oui, je suis désolé.
Sweet.
Désolé. I was weak, and I borrowed la money. Oh my God, so much money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. A $500,000 loan from a black market lark. Loan shark. They're larks now.
Loan larks.
And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Oui. It is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong.
La Tigre. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On la day in question, he was meeting la victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that.
When nobody pays him for these cases. I don't know why don't nobody pay him for these cases.
Boy.
He be doing way too much.
Phoenix, do something. I carried la body and la inconscient Maggey out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggey who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Despicable. Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Liddy, proceedings will continue tomorrow. No. Yep, he's got him. 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, right? No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
I don't care who he is.
Right.
That's fair.
He don't even know who he is, though. That's the craziest part. Like, he must, at least in my mind, he must know who he is. Because if he don't, like, how? How you just gonna... Whoever I got him. What's his full name, Furio? Say less. Like,
he said,
okay.
and he looked like this?
He looked like Phoenix. He just grabbed Phoenix, put him on the stand and shit. Alright, y'all. We're gonna end it here for today.
No.
Yes, we're gonna end it here for today. It's been a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot more fun when we get Furio Tigre.
I feel like you owe them 30 minutes of content extra because, you spent the first 30 not doing nothing.
We played the game.
Yeah, with our faces.
Yeah, it was great. We tried something different. That's all it was. We were experimenting.
Yeah.
So, we will see y'all next time. Maybe later this week. More than likely on the weekend. Depending on what we have to do. Thank you for coming, commenting, following, doing all the things. If you'd like to follow us more to see more content, there's a QR code in the bottom right. It takes you to all my links, or you can do ! Socials. If you would like to tip us.
All right.
You can scan the QR codes to find out how to do that as well. There's one PayPal at the bottom of the description, at least if you're on Twitch. And then there's the Cash App to send all my links. Other than that, this has been a fun case. we're basically just breaking it down. The mirror thing was.
He tried.
Oh my goodness.
He really tried. That was
lot.
bullshit.
But with the twist that it was a fake body that they somehow got. That
I didn't see that
crazy.
coming. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's next, but I think the Mafia will take on Don Tigre.
I agree.
I'm wondering if he might try to go to prison just to get away from it, but that's not how it works.
Right.
So
He gonna be in there with Matt on guard, like we both trying to keep safe. Okay.
Shelly coming for that.
Right.
Like, Shelly, when you out for recess one day, Shelly gonna you're done. But until next time, everybody, it's been Kiba, aka Keybladed Assassin. It's been T, the master of forensic biology, and this has been Key and T Solves Mysteries. That's the sign out. That's the sign out. No,
How do I get out of here?
It's a sign out for Key and T Solves Mysteries. I'm gonna get
Have
one.
a good night, y'all.
I'm gonna get one for Key. But for
All
Key and
right.
T Solves Mysteries, what you thinking?
We can figure that when we leave. Let these people go.
What is it like next?
Let them leave.
Join us on our next mystery. Join the mystery.
Let these people go home.
Let my people go.
Like, damn.
I don't know. We need to brainstorm these things.
Bye. I'm out.